Well, new at 11, we are learning several new developments tonight in the other big national story of the day, the search for answers in that deadly explosion in a Texas town, which is responsible for numerous deaths there. It's also blamed for at least 160 injuries. It destroyed dozens of homes and businesses in the town of West in Texas. It's right in between Dallas and Austin. Autria Godfrey live in the newsroom, monitoring every new detail tonight. Autria?
Allison, we've learned that the fertilizer plant explosion that devastated the small Texas town, that plant was fined by the EPA back in 2006 for failing to have a risk management plan that met federal standards. Now, the investigation into what caused this deadly explosion is still under investigation, but officials say that right now they're worried with still trying to save lives, not close this case.
Yeah. It's the eruption that tore through the Texas sky that captured our attention.
Get out of here!
But it is the panic and fear in 12-year-old Chloe Hurt's voice that gripped our hearts. Millions have now heard Hurt and her father frantically reacting to the explosion that ripped through the tiny Texas town of West.
Got a lot of firemen down. We need every ambulance we can get this way.
Today, daylight gave way to the deadly destruction. Twisted train tracks and barely skeletons of buildings are all that remain after the explosion at the fertilizer plant leveled a significant part of the town. As first responders continue to conduct a search and rescue mission, state officials are trying to put into words what residents describe as a nuclear bomb in their backyard.
The apartment complex looks like it was a bombing site of an explosion, the kind that you see in Baghdad. It was utterly destroyed.
And lives, too, destroyed. More than 160 injured, and among the dead, one fire captain and several firefighters. And efforts to sift through debris for the missing are hampered by a crime scene still considered volatile. The blast was so severe it was felt some 45 miles away and registered a 2.1 seismic event on the Richter scale. So strong it not only rocked the earth, but the close-knit community where they say every other person was family.
Last night was truly a nightmare scenario.
And as I said, we now know one of those that perished was this man. He is Dallas Fire and Rescue Captain Kenny Harris. He's a 52-year-old father of 3 sons. He was responding to the initial fire when the explosion occurred. Dallas's mayor said that Captain Harris rushed to the scene, compelled to provide assistance to his community during this crisis. Live in the newsroom, Autria Godfrey, ABC 7 News.